What is up, everybody? It's Kanan,
It's Jessie.
and we are the Geeky Saying Couple, and pew, wee, 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 breaking news. We did not plan to record anything tonight, but, the Japanese RWBY, Twitter account posted something that had everybody's eyes on it. There was many wondering, oh, any Volume 9 news, a new video game, is the English and Japanese dubs going to be aired together? Well, it's not quite what we got, though. We don't know if it, like, really what we got. So yeah, not much info right now for this, but, like, it's a great thing to theorize and brainstorm. And Jess has already just went completely out there and what she is planning. But here is what we are talking about. We are talking about this RWBY Team RWBY project with this nice art. I'm going to make it a little bigger real quick, so we may disappear for a little bit. But what we got here is, of course, the title. We've got all these Atlas robots and... Whoops, I'm moving us around. We have got this great art of who is definitely Weiss, because she's got the weapon and everything. Everyone has already said they turned her into Esdeath and all that. You've already pointed that out. Some have even said it looks very Kill la Kill like. So
I've also seen some Star Wars too, so
I could see that. It's very...
the way it looks.
Yeah, I mean, it's Atlas looking, so of course it kind of looks like Hoth in a way from Empire Strikes Back and all that. But yeah, very Empire-like. So what is this?
I jump right off the deep end with my theory.
Yeah, Jess thinks this is just...
It's to me,
it's a decoy.
Thinking about it, like maybe they'll release something of like each of the girls and
Then be like, oh,
be
here's
like,
Volume
well,
9.
Here's some cool art, but really, this was just to distract you so we could.
So
this is when Volume 9's coming out.
I-
I'd laugh if I was right.
yeah, but I don't think that's it. If this had been released by like Rooster Teeth or the English RWBY Twitter, then maybe. But
Let's just say that's the far out
Yeah.
theory brainstormed there. So
but since this was released by the Japanese RWBY account, this is definitely something different. This is something that a Japanese team is going to be working on. More than likely for the Japanese market, and it may release in Japan first, then come here, or it might be a simultaneous thing. So, but is this, like, everyone's already brainstorming, is this an alternate reality story? Because this looks like a Weiss that never went to Beacon, that may even be in charge of the Atlas military. Possibly. It could be a manga series. It could be a graphic novel, like, because it looks like this looks like something you would see on the cover of a graphic novel in a way, like something like that Marvel or DC would release. You're kicking me. But some have already said, is this a new video game? I've even saw Klaxons went as far as to say this is teasing Team RWBY VTubers. I don't know if that's it, but I don't think it's a video game because we've got Arrowfell coming out this year. So, like, it'd be nice if it was, but I just don't think they're going to announce a new video game right when
on top of another one.
Because you're going to kill the hype and the sales for one of them, even if this would have like a long projected release. Do I want to go as far as say it's a what if, like, alternate anime? I don't know. Like, it would be great if we got another series on top of the main one, but
I really don't think, because they're not going to want to take away from the actual seasons.
It could be something like the Fairy Tale series in a way. Maybe not as short and maybe not as small, but I don't know. We don't know when this is coming. Whatever this is, this could be.
No, we don't know what it is to.
Yeah, this is just theorizing. But the top choices right now for people are an alternate story that is either going to be an anime or it's going to be a manga or like a graphic novel in a way. Some are saying video game, but this doesn't look like, I don't know. I just don't know. That's the thing. If it was a video game, I think they would have announced a developer along with it, and there was none. It was just, the RWBY Japanese store. So everybody's already wondering, if this is why Volume 9 has been so backed up and if RWBY are going to have more work. No, I don't think so. If this was something that RWBY was working on, Rooster Teeth themselves would have announced it. Since this was announced by the Japanese Twitter, this is something that a Japanese team is going to be working on.
I think Volume 9 is just, like, as far as, like, the gap is for us finally getting Volume 9 is a combination of the pandemic, the new working conditions, which everyone's working from home, which takes even more time, but also I think they're going to release both, the US and Japanese versions together, like, at once, so that everybody across the world will get it at the same time since the wait was so long, which that's a possibility too. And then that's, they probably slowed down a little bit also, just if they did do a double release, that would give time for this to be worked on, or at least the plans for it to be worked on, or whatever it is.
And there's already a Twitter for this. It's at Team RWBY PRJ_EN. And all it says is RWBY Project website. RWBY is a web anime series produced in the U.S. by Rooster Teeth Productions. A new RWBY project has been released with brand new art. Stay tuned for more news on our official account. So, and I've already went to the website. There's literally no real info about what this is. No indication that it's an animated series, a video game, a manga.
I'm kind of leaning, I know my far out thing, but I'm kind of leaning towards maybe some type of manga, because, if it deals with a lot of art, then that's what that could showcase.
Be funny if this is just an art book.
An alternate reality art book.
Yeah. But yeah, like, I like this new look for Weiss. I think she looks very nice, very professional. Legs.
I've seen screenshots of that. That's all it says is legs above it.
Well, she pulls off heels very nice, but like,
she always wears heels though.
Yeah, but not these kind of heels. I don't think so. I don't know. I never pay attention to shoes. That's more you on the cosplay part. But I like that. Like, yes, it's very As-Death. It's very As-Death. Like, I really think there might have been some inspiration there, because it's a little close.
It is.
In a way.
That's where. And the thing is that I've searched through a lot of things, and that's the most comparison I've seen so far. Is that, and it's. I'm trying to think of anything else I could brainstorm that this could be.
Like, when I first saw it, I didn't see it very well because, it was on Twitter on my phone. So, I thought, oh, it's an Atlas story, because that's the first thing you see. It's definitely Atlas. And then I was like, well, who's this? And then, I blew it up, and then I saw the weapon. I was like, oh my God, that's Weiss. Because at first I thought maybe Winter in a way, but then I got a real, the weapon. This is definitely Weiss. Then I was like, could this be a Weiss only story? But then it's called Team RWBY Project, so it's got to include the rest of the members of Team RWBY. So all we've got to go off right now is it could be an alternate realities like thing where this looks like a Weiss that didn't go to Beacon, maybe stayed under her father's tutelage, and she's joined the military, maybe even the head of the military. So maybe this is a what if Weiss took over instead of Ironwood. I don't know. Like, I'm torn, because if it was everyone, you'd think it'd be an art piece with all of them. This is very Weiss eccentric, or maybe
there's going
to be multiple. Yeah, maybe, because RWBY has kind of always done that. Like, when the series first came out,
they went in pieces.
Yeah,
I know we did. Obviously, it didn't start with RWBY, but this was probably the most
to get most people talking.
Yes,
because this is definitely
this is just that, like, I don't know how to describe that.
Like,
but it's there's not enough there in the picture to, like,
it kind of screams evil Empire in a way. Like,
Yeah.
it's very Empire Star Wars looking.
But I mean, I can see, like, them not going in order of, RWBY, Weiss, Blake, Yang. But it's because this is the most, like...
Maybe the story is Weiss went bad and Ruby, Blake, and Yang are against her, maybe? I don't know.
I don't know about that, but you get what I mean.
It would be interesting, though. That would be different.
But you get what I mean. This picture alone would raise an... Like, ooh, it's something RWBY, but it would raise enough question, okay, what is it?
Yeah.
Like, there's that much of it. I think, well, I mean, we don't know if there is other art, what it looks like, but this might be the best one out of the 4 for the moment to start and be like, here's this.
Yeah, they said,
start wondering.
and of course, like it said, more news is coming soon. I'm sure we'll get some more stuff within the following days. But some people are already upset that they kind of hyped up an announcement and then showed this and didn't give us anything else. But
again, that kind of fits with the here's this. You think about it.
Well, I kind of like that. It's like it's a teaser. It's a teaser.
I
so
do and don't, but because I did see a lot of things. So that's great. Don't know what it is, but how about Volume 9? How about well, not like the volume itself, but how about something about the volume? Like,
well,
a lot of people were commenting that on things that I see. So
if this is animated, this is coming out after Volume 9. Like, this could be a very early in work thing. If it's a manga or something, then it doesn't really matter.
It might probably if it's a manga, it'll probably start coming out during Volume 9.
And if it's definitely if it's an alternate thing, then it's gonna release whenever. Like, you really won't have to worry about how it goes with Volume 9, because if it's alternate, it's not really gonna be canon anyway.
Unless stated, but
yeah, unless we get into time travel in RWBY or something, and we do like a Marvel Avengers Endgame like thing.
Unknown dimension right
now.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good point. This could definitely have a tie-in with Volume 9 about them seeing alternate things. I didn't even think of that. That's a good thought, hon. But like, I kind of like that they give us something to wet our whistle with, but then pull it back, because it gets the community talking. It gets the RWBY fandom talking, because let's admit it, the RWBY fandom, besides the Volume 8 soundtrack coming out, it's been kind of a desert, no pun intended, on Vacuo or anything. But, like...
Well, that also kind of makes it funny. Again, like I'd said, here's this. Figure it out.
Well, it's kind of like...
Here's this. See if you can figure it out.
Well, it's kind of like, yeah, I want to open my Christmas presents, but I don't want to be told right away what it is. I still want to wait and open them. So, I can understand why they just dropped something and didn't give more, because the hype. Get people talking. Get people brainstorming. Get people theorizing. Because members of RWBY like seeing the fandom's ideas. Most of them, anyway. But I don't know. Like, I've seen people.
I can't think of anything else.
I've seen from things, like I said, from an anime to VTubers. I really don't think that Eddie and other members of RWBY, including Aaron, would hype something and it just be virtual YouTubers. So it's definitely something that the fandom's going to enjoy. Like I said, so the top choices are we get lucky and it's another animated series, or it's a manga or a graphic novel. It could be a video game, but if it's a video game, I don't think we'll see it anytime soon. Like, it'll come out after Arafel, because Arafel was announced first. It's been in development longer. I don't see them coming out with 2 video games in 1 year. But I don't know. This kind of thing doesn't. Well, I don't know. Like, because video games put the word project at the end of a lot of things. So it's something big. You don't put project at the end of it without it being... This could be multiple things. This could be a video game, a manga, an anime, and they're all connected somehow. This could be like multiple things. That's just what project screams to me.
Well, it does. Like I said, the way they worded it in the pictures. Here, take some guesses.
Yeah.
We'll release more.
So please,
later at some other time.
So please remember, this is all speculation. This was literally announced not even an hour ago. I don't think, maybe an hour ago.
I think we were in the car when
This dropped while we were eating. Okay, so it's been maybe a little over an hour.
We were talking about something else in the car about the release of the U.S. and Japanese version of 9. So
that's our top guesses. It's either an animated series, a manga / graphic novel, maybe a video game, and it could be multiple things. It could be multiple forms of media under one name. Yeah, well, it's I've seen series come out where it's got an anime, but it's also got a manga. Well, I mean, that's anime and manga all together, but it's also got a video game, and they all tie into the same project. It's a project that has multiple releases.
And hell, it could be something that's related into the whatever dimension they're in.
Yeah, it could definitely
tied into that.
It could be supplemental material for Volume 9. So yeah, that's really all we've got right now. If they release a good bit of information, a big information dump, we'll do another video. I'm definitely going to be keeping my eye on this because I'm intrigued. Come on, we don't want this video to be very long.
Another thing I thought of going in, if this does have something to do with points that happen in 9, since 9's supposed to be shorter, this could be a way to show different things that could possibly be seen in that world.
It's hard to say since we still don't know much about Volume 9.
You get what I'm saying, though?
Yes, I get what you're saying.
Throwing my ideas that are popping into my head out there.
Yes, but so that's all we've got. Once more information comes out, we'll do another video. But I hope you guys enjoyed this breaking news video. If you did, please hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, click that like button, leave us a comment, tell us what you think this is. As always, guys, this is Kanan.
This is Jessie.
We love you all very, very much. Stay safe out there, take care of yourselves, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.